On February 3rd, 2026, $285 billion in market cap got wiped out in a single trading day. Within 48 hours, ServiceNow dropped 7%, Salesforce fell 7%, Intuit plummeted 11%, Thomson Reuters collapsed 16%, and LegalZoom sank nearly 20%. The collapse wasn't triggered by a war, a banking scandal, or a policy announcement from Washington. It was a product launch from a company most people outside Silicon Valley didn't know much about. But it was big enough for market insiders to give a name to it: the SaaSpocalypse. To understand why it matters, you need to know how software as a service, or SaaS, became the dominant business model of the tech industry for 25 years. The idea is almost embarrassingly simple. Instead of buying software once and installing it from a disk, you rent it out for a per-person license fee and a monthly charge. For every new employee joining your company, you buy a new license to use the software. Every time your company grows, the software company's revenue grows automatically. They don't need to make renewal calls or renegotiate terms of contract. Just a simple credit card charged every month, forever. Mark Benioff understood this better than anyone else. When he founded Salesforce in 1999, he decided it was going to be a SaaS company. Today, Salesforce has a market cap of more than $150 billion and an annual revenue of $41.5 billion. ServiceNow, a company that started out automating IT help desk tickets, had an annual revenue of $13.28 billion in 2025. Subscription revenues make up 97% of that figure. Workday manages the payroll and human resources of some of the largest organizations on Earth: HubSpot, Snowflake, Zendesk. There are dozens of companies that built their empires on the same fundamental principle. The SaaS industry had a combined market cap of roughly $400 billion, with analysts estimating it to double by 2030. The entire structure rested on one elegant assumption: every human who does knowledge work needs a seat at the software table. The operative word, as it turned out, was human. Here's the problem: AI agents can replace humans, and they don't need seats. An AI agent is an autonomous system that executes multi-step business workflows without a human directing each individual action. It logs into your CRM, updates customer records, drafts follow-up emails, schedules meetings, files compliance reports, processes invoices, and routes support tickets, all without anyone telling it to do any individual thing. And one AI agent can do the work of 5 people, which means a company that previously paid for 50 software seats might now need just 10, or in some cases, none at all. As Benioff put it himself, the future involves the agentic enterprise, where humans and AI agents will work side by side.
Humans and agents are working together.
The problem for SaaS is that agents don't need to log into applications. They don't click on dashboards, they don't follow onboarding flows, and they don't renew subscriptions. Instead, they simply call APIs and execute workflows. So the product that Salesforce spent 25 years meticulously designing for humans has to be rebuilt from scratch for machines. Now, this wasn't something unknown. Ever since the launch of GPT-4, the agentic revolution has been quietly building up. So when Anthropic launched its Claude Cowork legal automation tool that day, the market knew that the SaaS industry was now sitting on a powder keg, ready to explode. Within hours, the SaaSpocalypse had erased nearly $300 billion from the market. Everyone understood that SaaS was not the right business model for the modern agentic enterprise. But as bad as that day was, it was just the beginning. 2 months later, in April, ServiceNow reported its quarterly earnings. Despite beating its estimates, the stock remained down nearly 16%. The reason? Investors aren't pricing what ServiceNow is earning right now anymore. They are pricing what ServiceNow might be worth in a world where AI agents handle the IT service management and enterprise workflows. $2 trillion. That's how much market value has been erased from software stocks since the start of 2026. On 9th April, another trading session tore through the sector's valuation. Cloudflare went down 12% in a single day. Snowflake was down 9%. ServiceNow another 7%. Salesforce slid 4%. The iShares software ETF tracking this sector was down over 21% year-to-date, and roughly 30% from its September 2025 peak. The logic driving all this destruction is brutally simple. The entire SaaS business model assumes infinite seat expansion. But with autonomous AI agents in the picture, reports forecast that 70% of software vendors will move away from pure per-seat models by 2028. Read that slowly. 70%. The foundational revenue mechanic of the entire SaaS industry is now considered a structural liability by its own clients. Usage-based pricing means you pay for what gets done, not for how many humans are doing it. If an AI agent can do the work of 5 people, you've just eliminated 5 seats and replaced them with 1 API call. The math is devastating for SaaS firms. A company that previously paid $50,000 a year in SaaS subscriptions might now pay just a fraction of that. This is a structural demolition of the whole revenue model. But here's where the story gets more interesting. Not every SaaS company is dying. Some of them are pivoting fast enough to survive, and a handful are actually positioned to win. Microsoft is the clearest example. They don't sell you a license for Word or Excel anymore. Instead, they sell you Copilot, an agent layer that sits across Teams, Outlook, SharePoint, and Azure simultaneously. Their product is not the software anymore. Their product is the agent that operates the software on your behalf. Microsoft understood the future and restructured its entire commercial model around it. Salesforce is trying the same thing. Agentforce, with their own AI agent platform, is a genuine attempt to transform from a CRM for humans into an agentic platform that manages customer relationships autonomously. The irony is thick because the company that invented the per-seat model is now aggressively trying to destroy it. SAP has also quietly restructured its entire product suite around AI workflows in recent years. A company that survived mainframes, client-server computing, the cloud transition, and mobile is now betting its next 50 years on AI agents. Old companies, it turns out, have seen enough revolutions to know when to start running before the fire reaches their door. The companies that are failing are the ones that built narrow, single-function SaaS products on the assumption that humans would always be the ones operating them. The Zendesks, the Asanas, the DocuSigns, and the HubSpots are the ones at the biggest risk. The last time a shift this structural hit the software industry was in 2008, when the cloud made on-premise servers unnecessary. The companies that moved first, like Salesforce, Workday, and ServiceNow, won everything. Companies like SAP, Oracle, and IBM spent a decade playing catch-up. Who's going to win this time? Let me know in the comments below.